summer holiday? Then you have come to the right place. Haha, welcome to the classical anime history series. Hello everyone, I'm Skyros. Today I'm gonna start an ambitious program. Let's talk about the brief history of Japan anime. But warning, just be clear.
This is an anime fan made video. It's not a textbook, so don't have too much expectation on it. Also because it's a brief history, you lose a lot of.
So, if that's okay for you, alright, let's begin then. Yeah. In this video, I will use this book as my main reference, roughly translated the revolutionary renewal of Japan anime. This book connects the whole history with the worldview setting, so I will do the same thing too. In short, the history of Japan anime is the history of animators finding their unique anime character, and now they have found it. The character is the worldview setting. In other words, worldviewism. So, what's the worldviewism? It's the world full of charming. It's the world which makes the audience laugh and cry. There are two main genres of Japan anime. According to this standard, one is Mushi anime genre, the other one is the toei anime. These two genres intertwine with each other, finally create the Japan anime, the most outstanding character. As usual, I will separate this history into two parts. In the first part, I will talk about the toei anime genre, and then in the part 2, I will talk about the second genre, and the man combines these two things. Who is the man? Well,
我是谁？
Makoto Shinkai. Using the worldview as the shortcut to analyze the history is very fascinating indeed. When we talk about the anime nowadays, the first thing we heard isn't the story but the worldview or the character tag. For example, that one is isekai, that one is the high school genre. I feel like the interesting part is becoming less and less important recently. It's just my personal opinion. So, how do you think about this? Welcome to leave a comment below. Okay, back to the topic. Because this original storyline for the book is pretty a mess, so I wrote down my own history route by myself. I hope you can enjoy it. But if you don't like it, bite me then. Haha. The red flag is the key turning point, and the blue star is the recommended anime. Recommended by myself. Yeah. Blue star, which means just watch it, just do it. The first key point is the White Snake Enchantress. This anime film opened the commercial anime era. This film was made by the Toei company. At first, Osamu Tezuka was a member of this company too, but later he quit and established a new company, the Mushi company. Therefore, the main anime genre were formed. One is Toei anime, the other one is Mushi anime. And the Shinkai Makoto is the one who combined these two genres and opened an entire new anime boom. And that is the definition according to this book. But it's more like anime ideal differences. There is no real line draw between them in reality, so please don't misunderstand it. This anime history tries to help you to review the classical work, that's all, nothing else. Today we start from the worldview, use it to analyze the story setting. We will also mention the technology part, but that's not the main topic today. Okay, that's all for the info. Let's begin our main topic today, the toei anime. Well, basically just the Ghibli film. The toei anime has a very clear line. At the early stage of Toei company, there were the animators like Taiji Yabushita. They all wanted to make the cartoon film more like the Disney. They wanted to explore a unique style for Japan anime. And then, after the long experiment period, here comes the legend. Hayao Miyazaki and Isao Takahata. This golden pair had already considered the world setting in 1968 during the production of The Great Adventure of Horus. How exactly to build a world within the anime? The first idea within the Miyazaki mind is the scene painting. When Miyazaki was designing the main story stage, the village, he would consider every detail within it. The terrain and the architecture, etc. All of these efforts were trying to convince the audience. This is the village where people really lives in. This kind of world setting was very ahead of this time. So, without surprises, it finally had a bad market result. Sometimes the anime ahead of its time has to bear these kinds of consequences. Later, Girl of the Alps was very popular. It really saved its partner reputation. In this anime, Miyazaki input the layout system to the anime production. Simply put, the layout is the script that indicates the space distance between the character and the background. It is different from the storyboard. Storyboard main focus is the basic context of each scene. Who and where is the scene take place? Something like that. But layout is different. The spatial relationship of the whole scene has to be drawn down on the paper. So it requires a lot of skills to do that. If you have a clear layout in the first place, the audience will feel that the characters in the anime are living in a 3D world. Oh my god, she is alive. My wife, she is alive. In other words, it increases the depth of the anime. In order to draw the real landscape of the Alps, Miyazaki team even went to Europe and did their research. This was also the first time on-site filming in the anime history. Later on, Tokuma Bookstore recognized Miyazaki and Takahata's talent and recruited them to produce the film. What film? The Valley of the Wind. The first famous Ghibli film was released. And now the time has come to the 1980s. 1980s, what a splendid era. Lots of classical films were released during that era. Micros, Do You Remember Love, and the movie うるさいやつだ. Many romantic sci-fi films pop up during the 80s, but to the Valley of the Wind, it definitely opened a new stage for Miyazaki and his partner. This film inherits the previous advantages while adding the fantasy creatures, mysterious technology, and so on and on. He even referenced the sci-fi movie Dune. All in all, creating a beautiful apocalyptic world. With the Valley of the Wind as an opportunity, Hayao Miyazaki and Takahata established the Studio Ghibli. Later, this studio founded a whole new series. Some people even regarded the Ghibli animation as the classical work of Japan anime. This is not only a phrase, but also outlined the fact that Ghibli pioneered a whole set of animation production system. They created the classical world one by one. In this Ghibli world, the protagonists encounter one after one adventure. This classical adventure story has given Ghibli films a remarkable charming across the globe. And nowadays, when we talk about the American anime film, we will think about the Disney. When we talk about the Japan anime film, we will definitely mention the Ghibli. In short, this is the legend. So, after the castle in the sky, my neighborhood Totoro, only yesterday, and many movies, and finally, the peak of the Ghibli film is on stage, The Spirit Away. It took countless rewards, like the Oscar, like the Golden Bear. It is regarded as one of the greatest films of all time. Perhaps it is the most famous Japan anime across the globe. the world which combines the Japan folk tale with modernity, fairy tales with deep metaphor which even confuse the adults. It shows a pure, simple child's soul. The crazy details in the background, the spirits and the creatures pop up at night. Thanks to this setting, Miyazaki team create a lively fantasy world, a colorful world closely related to a little girl. Also, there are lots of backstory of each character, so even when you finish this film, some of the details still remain in the dark, encouraging the audience to explore by themselves. And this movie, meaning the Ghibli anime world, has grown up. This company technology and storytelling has become a classical anime standard. Thanks to Ghibli, the Japan anime has developed a new branch. Okay, that's all for today. All in all, Miyazaki and Takahata brought the worldview anime to a whole new level, creating a classical anime world. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel. I will make another anime history in the next week. See you then. Bye bye. This is Sky's World channel. Follow me.